Marshall Web Studio. I am Treva Marshall. Today you have the pleasure of watching the very first episode of Tech Tips with Treva. And so what we're going to be doing on these episodes is answering questions from members of my community. So that way you guys will get the benefit of hearing the answers and being able to use these tips to help to grow your business. So Tech Tips with Treva is going to be short and sweet, but it's going to be packed with a lot of value that you can use and take back and implement. So without further ado, let's get started. Today's question has to do with backing up your website. So this person asks, do I need to back up my website if my host already backs up my website for me? Short answer is yes, definitely. Even though your host may back up your website for you, there have definitely been cases where your host provider may go down. I know that's happened to me several times, and they could even possibly lose the backups that they store for you. So if that happens, you want to make sure that you have your own backup so that you can get your site back up and running and restored quickly. So there are several ways that you can do that. What a lot of people use are, if you have a WordPress website, you can use a plugin, and two common plugins for backing up your website are Backup Buddy and Updraft Pro. And with those with those plugins, if you do decide to use them, I recommend that you set it up so that your backups are stored off-site. So what that means is you don't want to have the backup stored on your host. The whole purpose of doing the backups yourself is that so that you have control and you know where the files are located and can get to them in the event something happens. So what I would recommend is that you set it up so that the plugin stores your backup onto something like Amazon S3 or Dropbox or Google Drive, or you can even take it a step further and store your backups on like a portable storage device. And this way, if something happens with your host, you'll have those files at hand and can easily restore your website. And another way that it could be useful is, let's say that you are making some updates to your live website, which I highly do not recommend that you do, but let's say that you do that and something goes wrong. Well, if you're doing your own backups, you can quickly and easily get those backup files and restore them and put your website back the way that it was before you may have accidentally made a mistake while you were doing a live update. So that answers today's Tech Tip with Treva. If you have any questions on anything that I said, be sure to leave it in the comments below and I will be sure to respond and get back to you. And if you would like to have your question featured on an episode, you can leave your question below in the comments. You can send me a private message here on Facebook, or you can also send an email to support@Marshall Web Studio, and hopefully then we will choose your question to feature here on an episode of Tech Tips with Treva. So your question can be about something dealing with your website, something dealing with SEO, or something dealing with Google Analytics, or just anything techie that I can help you with. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.